encourage you to go to the gallery and look at some of the students' work. It's really impressive. Those who haven't gone yet, I know you guys have seen everything already. But just go again, okay? It's good. And it's an honor to be here. I want to thank my parents, my mother, my father, my sister Amy, my grandmother Emily. You know, the Slater Scheer Foundation, you guys supported me the entire way, and I really appreciate you. I want to dedicate this speech in memory of my late grandfather who passed away in December, Milton David Scheer. He never respected authority, and he was always skeptical and independent, and he taught me to do those things. All right, commencement is a time to celebrate students. Today we are here to celebrate our accomplishments. We graduated, we worked hard, and we earned these diplomas. But commencement is also a time to celebrate Hampshire College as an institution for higher learning. Every year, 18-year-olds matriculate into Hampshire, and the college begins its process of transforming these scared, wide-eyed brats into students. Today, we are supposed to celebrate Hampshire. We are supposed to celebrate this school's mission and the people who operate it. But I have a love-hate relationship with Hampshire. I love the divisional system and the work I produced. I love the brilliant faculty who supported me. The brilliant faculty who supported me and everyone here through every meltdown and crisis and phase. Thank you. I love the staff who work behind the scenes to make this priceless and unique education work smoothly. Round of applause for the staff. But I have problems loving the administration. Hampshire has a reputation of being a hippy-dippy, free-spirited, alternative dreamland where you can do whatever you want. So many of us came into this school hoping to change Hampshire to fit the way we wanted to change the world. We had vision. Thanks, Akita. We had drive. But many obstacles got in our way. Indeed, Hampshire is like every other private liberal arts school in the United States. Hampshire is predominantly white, wealthy, and apolitical. When students were organized to address these issues, we were discouraged. Administrators scolded us, lied to us, and treated us as revenue flows. We must celebrate our graduation. We must celebrate our graduation. We worked really hard, guys, and we earned this. We earned to be sitting here today under this tent. But I feel like this is one victory among countless losses. I feel like I've lost so many battles, lost touch with too many friends, and made numerous academic missteps. There are those who have graduated and those who have left the school behind. Students, we have survived Hampshire. And I believe survival is an appropriate metaphor. Sometimes I wonder how I made it. And you know you guys too. We love to trash Hampshire. Don't pretend. Hampshire's expensive, the administration is two-faced and corporate, and you really can't transfer out. And so, for the past 3 years, I've been trying to figure out why I stuck it out. Staff cuts, budget cuts, administrators threatening student activists with disciplinary action, half-hearted promises to end institutionalized racism, the designer drugs, and endless red tape. This is not how I want to remember Hampshire, but this is a Hampshire that we experienced together. We came here to shape Hampshire in the way we wanted to shape the world, but we were limited in our capacity to change the school. That is why after I've survived this gauntlet, and we have survived this gauntlet, I'm left with feelings of sadness, resignation, and anger. The administration is two-faced. Students have known for years that Hampshire, like most U.S. institutions, is a hotbed of institutionalized racism. The Cultural Center was a project at Hampshire built in the 1980s to support people of color and international students and help them succeed in an environment where everybody wanted them to fail or simply didn't care enough. After months of student pressures during a campaign called Action Awareness Week, administrators negotiated structural changes at Hampshire to end budget cuts. 2 years later, the center's budgets are still in jeopardy, and every year these student groups have to apply for student group recognition for funding. The administration is also corporate. 20 years ago, Hampshire College was the first to divest from apartheid South Africa. The first institution of higher learning, 20 years later, students sought to uphold Hampshire's promise to avoid investing in war, genocide, and military occupations. Students moved to divest the school from U.S. corporations that benefited from the Israeli occupation of Palestine. Students campaigned for 2 years to hold Hampshire accountable to our responsible investment policy. They held film screenings, distributed original literature, and put up cool actions. Yet in the face of such hard work and political ingenuity, the administration threatened students who organized the divestment campaign with disciplinary action. They micromanaged students' efforts and forgot about our supposed moral obligation to invest in peace and justice. Now, I want to thank you guys, all you students. And I'm really thankful for everybody here who had my back and the back of my friends and had each other's back during all these very difficult times. You didn't really have to, but instead you guys took a position against injustice, power, and inequality. I'm grateful for everybody who participated, big and small, for everyone who was brave enough to take their education outside the classroom and really mess things up. Do you know what's on enough, right? Yeah. Now, President Hexter talked about the scary world that we're about to walk into. It's a hard world to be honest in, and it's easy to be disingenuous. Corporations are buying favor on Capitol Hill. iBankers are gambling the earnings of decent people. The world we are entering is full of evil, but this is the world that we are going to enter, and it is just like the world we left. The only advice I can give you is to do the right thing. Students, use your gift of vision and drive to change the world for good, not evil. Now, I want to close my speech with some remarks of one of my favorite political theorists, Hannah Arendt, and her meditations. And some of her meditations on evil. It is indeed my opinion now that evil is never radical, that it is only extreme, and that it possesses neither death nor any demonic dimension. It can overgrow and lay waste the whole world precisely because it spreads like a fungus on the surface. It is thought-defying, as I said, because thought tries to reach some depth, to go to the roots. And the moment it concerns itself with evil, it is frustrated because there is nothing. That is banality. Only the good has depth and can be radical. Thank you. Congratulations.